We got a quick little update for the new Predator X ORB indicator on NinjaTrader. Now, I've had quite a few requests over the last week or so I wanted to make one more update to finally tackle all of them. And after this update, you should be able to customize your ORB strategy even more. Now, before we get started in the video, for those of you new here, we build tools to help traders easily create and customize their strategies on NinjaTrader with just a few clicks. What we're going over today is our highly customizable opening range indicator that comes free with our Predator X order entry tool. And the Predator X order entry is what allows us to not only automate this indicator, but many other third-party indicators as well. We do have a full user guide and explanation of how it works, and even a free trial over at TradeSaber.com. And we also have a free Discord you guys can join to find even more content or ask questions. I'm going to leave the links down below, so make sure you guys check it out. But with that, let's get to our video. For the first feature of our new update, it has to do with the breakout signal, or more when that breakout signal actually forms. So we've actually had quite a few requests for this. So let me go through a few examples here. Our typical breakout signal forms when the price closes or crosses the opening range. So that's this lower range down here. Or if we were going up, it would be this upper range up here. So once the price closes above or below, we get the breakout signal. But what some of you guys suggested was you don't always want that breakout signal to happen when it closes, but rather you want a full bar to form outside of that range. So with this new update, we did just that. So now if we open up our indicator properties and scroll down to the breakout signal section, you're going to find just a few more options. The first one is this breakout entry filter. Now, this is where we can define at what point the breakout signal actually appears. So by default, it's going to be at close outside. And this just means as soon as the price closes outside of that opening range, that's when we're going to get our signal. So here it closed below, signal. Here, went back up, closed below, we get a signal. Came back in, closed below, signal. So let's change this and see what it does. I'm going to change this to open, close outside. So now instead of setting our signal the moment it closes outside of the range, now we're instead waiting for a bar to open and close outside of the range. So here, this opens, closes, that gets our signal. This one, same thing. It just closed, but it opened inside the range, no signal. Over here, we get a candle that opened and closed, so that gives us a signal. Even if we have this wick that actually went inside our range, all we're looking at with the open close is the actual opening and closing price of the candle. Anything that happens beyond, it doesn't matter, as long as the open and close remains outside of the range. Now, let's go back to our middle candle here, and you'll notice that yes, it is a green candle, and that's the one that gave us a signal. Now, I understand not everybody is going to want a short signal on a green candle, but don't worry, we added an option for that as well. All you have to do is you'll see this option here when you select this. It says close in same direction. So all this means is if we're under the range, we're looking for the first red candle to open and close under that range. If we were above the range, we are looking for the first green candle to open and close above it. So with this option selected, let's hit apply. And now you're going to see our signal shifted over. So we have the breakout here. This one opened and closed, but it was a green candle. So now we're looking at that first red candle. So open, close, red candle, and that's the one that gives us a signal. So that's all that option does, is just the first one that closes in that same direction. And of course, we added a high-low option. And what that's going to do is, again, shift it over, because now this one does not allow the wicks. So as you can see, these ones always kind of wicked back inside of the range. With the high-low option selected, that just means there's no wicks. We want the entire candle from the low to the high to form outside of that range. So the first candle that meets our criteria, that's the one where is going to mark our breakout signal. For our next update, it has to do with our breakout offset. And what this does is it just allows us to define how far the price has to break outside of the range before it gives us that signal. So I'm just going to go through a quick example here. Let's get the range between the opening range, this lower range, and the closing price of this candle. So here we have 12 ticks. So let's go back into the properties. And this one, when the close outside option is selected, we're looking at the breakout offset. Now, a value of 0 means as soon as the price closes on or past the range, it's going to give us that breakout signal. But that may not always be what the trader wants. Some traders may actually want the price to close 1, 5, 15 ticks away. So what we're going to do here is set this to 12, and that should not make a difference. But if we were to change this to a value of 13, so 1 tick over, we're going to see now our breakout signal shifts. That's because this bar only closed 12 ticks past the range, but we are looking to close at least 13 ticks past the range. So if we look at this next bar, obviously it closed well below that 13 tick limit. So now that's the one that gives us the signal. So let's change this to, I don't know, value of 25. You'll see this signal over here shifted to this candle because now we're looking for at least 25 ticks under the range. Or if we were above the range, it would be 25 ticks above that range. So that's all it is. It's just how far you want the price to actually break beyond the range. All right, so those are the main breakout updates, but we've also included a few other features that will help us customize even more. So now we're looking at the min and max ORB distance. And what these options do is they just limit what is considered a breakout depending on the distance of that opening range. So let's get out of here. So I'm just going to measure the distance between the high and the low. So we have 196 ticks. So let's go back into our properties. And again, looking at that min max ORB, let's do a max. And let's say I want my max to be, I don't know, 200 ticks between the low and the high. If we do that, nothing's going to change here. We're still going to get all our signals because our range is under our max value. But let's change this to a value of 195. And now you're going to see these signals turn purple. And all this is letting you know is, hey, we are detecting signals. There are signals here, but the opening range is beyond our max allowance. So we're going to skip all of these signals. This is not a day we want to trade. So now if we go into our data box, you're going to see that it gives us no +1 or -1 values that we can automate with our Predator X order entry. It's just going to still print the signal just to let you know that there was a signal there. But again, it turns it purple. It gives you no plot value. And that way our automation won't pick it up. And this day will basically just be skipped. So again, just as an example, if we change this back to 200 and it turns some orange or blue if you're going up, you will see that -1 value right there that we use with our Predator X order entry, and that will automate it. So again, may not be useful for everyone, but I did have a few requests for something like this. So now you can customize if that's something that fits your strategy. And now for the final feature of our new update, it has to do with our opening range extensions. So as an example, let's scroll down to the extended range section, and here we can reveal our targets. Now the targets by default, they're based on the distance of our opening range. So a value of 1 will give us an exact 1-to-1 ratio of that opening range. So whatever distance is between the low and the high, that will get added above the high and below the low. And of course you can do a half target as well. So that is half the range between the low and the high. Or you could even double it up to do a 2-to-1 ratio. Whatever suits your needs, you have the ability to do that. But what some of you guys have expressed is the need for a target to just simply be based on a tick distance from that high or from that low. So now you can change this to tick mode. And that's exactly what it can do. So here, 20 ticks. Now it's going to set your targets 20 ticks from that high or from that low. Change it to 100. It's 100 ticks from that high or from that low, whatever you want. And of course, you have a second target here as well. And of course, you can mix and match these as well. You can have one at ticks, you can have one at a ratio, whatever you want. All those options are completely up to you. And of course, with our Predator X order entry, we can use all of these plots as targets for our order management. So as an example, I'm just going to do a quick setup here. I'm going to set up a breakout, and that's all you have to do. And then over here in our order management, I'm going to set my stop loss on this middle line. So all we have to do is select universal mid, and that will place our stop loss directly on that middle line. And then I'm going to split my targets. So I have a different plot for my long. My long is going to be universal target 1 U for upper. Let's set a second target. And then universal target 2 for upper. And then my short is going to be the opposite. Universal target 1 L for lower. Universal target 2 L for lower. Now I'm just going to disable. I'm going to turn on just a quick historical. Again, guys, this is not trading advice. I'm just showing a quick example of what we can do with the order entry. And now when we enable it, we'll see now that it took trades based on the breakout of that opening range. And then it set our profit targets directly on the targets we defined. So the first target and then the second target. And again, you guys can customize this however you want. Use targets if you want, or use one of the many built-in options. Again, customization is completely up to each individual trader. But that just about covers all the updates for this new Predator X ORB. I hope you guys found this useful. As always, take care. Enjoy.